Hey guys, it's Megan here, and today we are building a newly wed couple home. So this whole part, right here where I'm building this whole part is going to be scrapped because I thought it was like too boring. So you guys can see I'm deleting it now, and yeah. So I decided to build a diagonal house, and I figured it works best. And the reason I was zoomed in there was because I didn't want you to see what I was doing. And I'm going to scrap all these windows too because they kept deleting themselves because of the cheat. Move objects space on. Yep. Okay. So here I'm just scrapping these windows, and now I'm adding new modern windows. But this is what we're making right now is the dining room, living room. So I wanted a nice wallpaper, so I just decided to go with that to make it kind of modern. Not really modern, but kind of dining room like. So I had to move objects off again because it wasn't working. So yeah. So you guys can tell, right? I sped this up. Hopefully you can tell. So I couldn't find any blinds to fit that window. I don't really feel like looking through everything. Yeah. So I decided to go with white furniture for the living room, but I couldn't get anything to fit with a 3-person couch. So yeah. If you guys watch my Let's Play, this is the house I'm gonna work on moving them into. Yeah. So I'm gonna scrap that, and I wanted it to be all white and just modern as possible. And here I'm just looking through plants, trying to get the right one. Yeah. And I will make a part 2 of this, and that will be building. Oh wait, never mind. This is not going to be their house. This is going to be for a different Let's Play that I'm going to do. And here I'm just dragging the portraits down, which you can do for anything, even TVs, not windows though. It's just where you you put it down and you just drag down towards the floor, and you can put it at any height you want to, as long as it's not intersecting with anything. So I was looking for stuff that could kind of make it good, and I realized that was kind of boring in that corner, so I just put a little painting thing in. And here I am doing the kitchen, which I am going to scrap this whole thing right in a little bit. So so that is why I am like deleting things and everything. I didn't mention, but you can do it with lights too, and you just do the same thing. Yeah. So I decided to scrap that. Just put in lights, and I end up moving all these lights. Not all of them, at least. Like most of them in the end, except that middle one. So nothing was seeming to work for me when I was like creating this house. So I was like, oh, this is so annoying. For yay! So I just decided to put these here, and I decided to delete them. And they still weren't looking good. So I was trying to look for the ones where I can put them off the wall, and I found them. In the end, I would have to say that this room does not look amazing. I would say it looks ish. Yeah, so these like cabinets were starting to really get on my nerves, it was really hard, and this took about a half hour to do. Not a half hour, I'd say like 15 minutes of the video. So this whole video, without speeding it up, was 59 minutes and 36 seconds exactly. So now I'm here I am just fixing cabinets, which were really starting to bug me. So I just put it in the corner and stuff like that. So you guys can see now how much better it looks, in my opinion, at least. But this whole project was really hard to do because with the diagonal house, things just don't work as well as you want them to. So I paused the video and I decided to do that stuff off camera. Yeah, because it was starting to get on my nerves. And I might, if we move a family for a let's play here, I am just gonna, yep, I'm deleting all these cabinets now. I was gonna say I'm gonna delete these cabinets because they really get on my nerves, like I've said before. So here I am just trying to drop the wall again, but yeah, I decided that does not work for walls. So here I am just looking for the perfect wallpaper. So I decided with a good red. Sorry, my nose is kind of stuffy. So here I'm just putting all the appliances in and everything. So I was so annoyed because this grid thing was not going away. And I realized because there was grass. So I do put in flooring in the end, but I don't really like that empty space in between those two windows, like that huge empty space in the corner. It kind of got on my nerves, and I am putting arches in connecting all the rooms for the bottom floor because it looks kind of bad in my opinion. And right now I'm just putting in a nice island just in case they ever want to just, you know, hang out. And I'm putting display cases and everything. And my throat hurts, sorry about that. Now I'm just deleting those lights and putting some hanging plants up because I like the way they look. And I know they are uneven, that's the way they were supposed to be. And here I am adding nice chairs for the island. Now it was time to add the floor, and I liked that floor. It made the whole thing come together, and I'm pretty sure I end up scrapping this door unintentionally, I think. I don't know what I'm really talking about. So right now I'm just like undoing everything, which you guys did not see because the stupid thing was zoomed in. And I'm just putting in railings now to make it look modern, or not modern, but like nice. So I end up scrapping these windows because they just wouldn't fit and they were leaving a lot of empty spaces. Excuse me. And I just didn't like the way they looked. So there you can see I just made that bigger, and I scrapped everything that I did in this room except the floors. I don't remember if I actually did put in paint or whatever for this room. I really don't remember. I was trying to get these stairs so that they would be facing kind of the camera, but because the wall is the house is diagonal, that did not work. So I am getting towards doing the upstairs, and I don't know why I put that couch there. I should have put it near where the entrance is, but yeah. I was gonna put a bunch of plants, but I didn't. I was like, oh no, I'm not doing this. And I was trying to put in a rug, but it did not match the floor or anything. So here I am. I moved the sofa. I put in a nice desk to like come home. That display thing is where you're supposed to like come home and just put your keys on it. So now I am making the master bedroom. So I just want it to be bright so that I would be able to see what I'm working with, and I had some problems with the lights. So now I was making the walls for the bathroom. Yeah, I did end up painting downstairs. And this is the flooring for up here. I don't usually use for bedrooms or anything, and I decided to use the heart-shaped bed that comes with late night if you purchased it within a certain time. There was like a notification before I updated my game, and it said thank you. My computer. Okay. And it was like thank you for all you lovely people for purchasing our game and making us some money. So yeah. So I wanted this room to be bright and open. So now I'm just putting some bookcases in just for show. Not necessarily to read, but mostly just for show. And if they do decide to read, I'm putting in a couch. That's a nice couch, I thought. So now I finished that. I was just checking the time, and now I'm doing the bathroom, the master bathroom. There is not a laundry portion in this house, so I decided if you want to download it, that you can add that in. But first, someone will have to tell me how I put this up for download. Yeah. I kind of like, that's why I really left the foyer empty, and I do realize that I am putting the curtains outside. That was a mistake. I should have been doing stuff from the inside instead of the outside. But I liked that light that I just put in. I like that light. I like to use it a lot. And the reason I did not put in an arch for the bathroom is because Sims want some privacy. You have to treat them like real life. So thanks for watching. Bye.